Mm.
Welcome back, folks, to another week of Word of Mouth, talking mental health, relationships, etc., etc. Y'all know the deal. Like and subscribe to the channel. Link down below to all our social media platforms. So I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video. Classes, work, clinicals, same shit, different day. But to be honest, nothing interesting has really been happening in the news or warrants a big debate or conversation until recently. I could talk about Kanye West, but what's the point? Yay is yay. Like, why people give him this much attention at this point, I don't understand. But hey, if that's what entertains people, that's what's entertaining people. But we will talk about Kyrie. Kyrie's an interesting gentleman to discuss because he's always kind of been the topic of debate where it came to the COVID testing or certain things he believes in, etc. and so forth. But the biggest thing now is his retweet on a video that's posted on Amazon. So, he tweeted about this movie he watched, etc. Didn't say anything about it. Then, people were framing him as anti-Semitic and asking him questions about something. And in an interview after a game, he was going back and forth with this one reporter, and he said, "Don't dehumanize me. Don't take what I'm saying and try to misconstrue it or what I did and blow it into something that it really isn't." And people were like, "Well, how are we dehumanizing you? How are we dehumanizing you doing this, etc., etc., etc." And there was people like Stephen A. Smith, Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Shannon Sharpe who felt the same way. Like, you shouldn't have posted that. It was dumb. It was stupid, etc., etc. So now, he was suspended for 5 games. Fine. That's what they felt like he deserved. That's what they felt like he deserved. But after suspending him for 5 days, they had these list of demands that they wanted him to do. And to be honest, the list of demands isn't the most horrible thing about it. What's horrible is the way it was done. And I'm going to play the video and then we're going to get into it.
It wasn't enough that he apologized. Now they're trying to rob, I believe they're trying to rob the man of his dignity. They're trying to make him grovel to come and get his job back. And I don't agree with that. A man said he was sorry. Hey, I was wrong. Yeah, I would have liked to see him. Hey, I shared a link to my page. It was brought to my attention that I offended a group of people. And for that, I would like to say I'm sincerely sorry. That was not my intention. In the hope of trying to enlighten and educate my people, I was disrespectful, I was disparaging to another group of people. Could have said that, Skip, and maybe it wouldn't have gotten to this point. They gave him this manifesto, Skip, of what they want him to. I'm like, now come on now, y'all go look.
6 things.
Yeah, y'all going to y'all this. It's kind of like you build a relationship, and the other party say, well, okay, I need you to do this. I said I was sorry, but that's not enough. No. Now I need to rob you of something to put you to let you know. Because Skip, right now, what Brooklyn's trying to do, they're trying to put him in front of all the world to see. You see what happens? If you do this, others, this is what could possibly happen to you. I don't agree with that, Skip. I think for me, that's a bit much. And I've been very critical of Kyrie. But I think what Brooklyn is doing now, that's a bit much.
So the list of demands are really bad simply because you posted it out there. Like, yeah, he posted the video, but he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything derogatory. That didn't happen. I haven't watched the video to give my opinion on it. I'm probably not. It is what it is. It's highly unlikely for me to believe that something like that is posted on Jeff Bezos' website on Amazon and it has those type of derogatory marks or things of that nature, or he would post that or have that out there. It's hard for me to believe that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I have to watch the video to see. But the list of demands they had, and they're going to be on the screen right here, are crazy because when other individuals disrespect or spew hate knowledge or rhetoric towards the black community, it's very rare that things are taken this way. It's very rare that it's even taken this far. It's very rare that justice is even served properly. All of these things are extremely rare. Like even recently, this young lady, I can't remember her name, she escapes from prison, but she's ordered to pay $150,000 or more in fines for killing her human trafficker. Like human trafficker isn't a whole felony. And what that says is basically what Kyrie was saying about the dehumanizing thing. You pretty much are making this 15-year-old girl pay a fine for something that's a felony and illegal. And basically implying, alluding to that her life is worth less than this man's. Her life isn't valuable. And his life is worth this much. That's essentially the message that you're saying. You can say, oh, it's a legal system, it's this or that. But there's no reason why somebody's doing human trafficking and the human traffickee gets killed in the process that the family should be allowed to sue. The ramification for his actions is he got killed trying to do something he shouldn't have been doing. And now the family wants reparations from a girl who can't afford that. Most people can't afford that, hell. And it's wild that people don't see that as dehumanizing. But the whole Kyrie situation, these lists of demands that they have, fine, whatever, but that's something that should be handled in a private manner. Like the coach from Boston that slept with like an owner's wife or vice president's wife. They suspended him because it came out, but any other ramifications he has or what else is going on or what else he may have to do has been kept very private and very, very discreet. Hell, even him doing that was kept very private and very discreet until it just, people talk, things get out. So that's the dehumanizing part, because none of this takes place when it comes to other people. It didn't take place when Joe Rogan was on his channel or wherever he was at screaming nigga like he was Trinidad James. It don't take place with all these different killings of African American people. Hell, a lot of them don't even get justice. It doesn't take place in a lot of avenues where people constantly disrespect and dehumanize African Americans, but to take it this far over a movie that's retweeted and put out there, and not him, he didn't produce the video, he didn't make the video, he had no parts in the video. Amazon has it out there, still has it out there, still up there to this day, and all of this takes place. And I think it's wrong, I think it's disrespectful, and it just speaks to what he was just talking about. So if we're going to play the racial game and all that other stuff, it needs to be played on all sides of the field. It needs to be discussed on all sides of the field, because it's unnecessary and completely insult to intelligence to do something like this to anyone on one side of the fence, and on another side it just never happens, and it's completely hypocritical. On top of the fact, it's like nobody's holding Jeff Bezos accountable or Amazon accountable. Whoever posted let the video be out there, it's not being held accountable in any regards, and all that stuff has to be green lighted before it gets out there. And then a slavery movie is made every 3 to 5 years with somebody. A new slavery movie is coming out with Will Smith. Nobody says anything. Nobody bats an eye. And people don't find that dehumanizing or disrespectful. The countless statues across the country of people who were slavers. The fact that Tennessee just voted out that slavery was completely illegal literally like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever it was. And nobody sees this as an issue. But now a video that somebody else made that's on somebody else's platform is the end all be all for like, why can you do this? This is racially biased, etc. and so forth. So let's just take a look at that and really reflect on the hypocrisy about that. But that's all I got to say on this. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is Word of Mouth. Peace.
I don't speak for everybody in the black community, but let me tell you why some of the black people are rallying behind Kyrie and Kanye. It says that because when blacks have a misstep, it seems like we suffer the harshest penalties. It seems like other groups offend blacks and they never suffer the penalty that Kyrie and Kanye have suffered. It seems like to us, a lot of us, not all, a lot, some of us, a large portion of us, is that black are bound by shackles. We're held more accountable for our actions and our words, where our counterparts are with cobwebs. They're easily brushed aside. Shannon, he apologized. He or she said they were sorry. Why can't we get the same benefit of the doubt? Kyrie was wrong, but I believe Kyrie was wrong, but I also can believe the punishment was excessive. After what President Trump has said about the American Jews versus the Israeli Jews and what he's tweeted and what he's posted, and he ain't got canceled yet. So don't give me that if this would have happened, if that would have happened, because we've seen in instances when they have done things, they've never been canceled. And that's what we do. They cancel us, no questions asked. There's not enough apology. Kyrie can get on his bended knee. He can come to the people in the most humble way he know how. Bow head, humble heart, and bent knee. And that's still not enough for some.